All right, hey everybody, Stuart Jean here, back at you from Musicians Institute, Hollywood, California, with Drum Magazine. A lot of my students always ask me about linear drumming. What is linear drumming? And, they try to find the secret. Linear drumming is basically one note at a time. A lot of drumming is layered, where we have a template of maybe a ride cymbal or a hi-hat playing 8th notes or 16th notes, and all the other notes, the kick notes and the snare drum notes, land under that. A good example of linear is something super simple. Let's take a normal rock beat like this, right? Right? That's not linear because the kick and hi-hat are landing and the snare drum and hi-hat are landing together. If we played this, all right, super simple, but that's a linear right there. It's that simple. So don't overthink it, okay? And it doesn't have to become this exercise in complicated movements and all that. The key to playing linear is subdividing, because we're used to having this, or whatever it is, a template, like I said, 8th notes or 16ths, usually in the right hand on the hi-hat, and we can line everything up nicely. But when we go linear, we have to make sure every note is right in place and super accurate. So, one way to help you learn how to subdivide is a simple exercise, 2 bars of a rock beat, and then just displace that 8th note to the E's and U's of the 16th note on the hi-hat, just to, make that kick and snare be free. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and a 1. Here we go. Something that simple. You can come up with your own thing, but that just helps you get a little more independent and rely on counting from here, feeling it. Okay, so the linear thing, what I'd like to show people is a real simple germ of an idea, a little seed, where we're just taking 3 voices, 3 16th notes. What you want to do is play the bass drum, play the hi-hat, play the snare drum in 16th notes, like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E, a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Like that. We're going to make that a little phrase, okay? But you're just taking kick, hi-hat, snare, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm just adding that extra bass drum note at the end of the 4-bar phrase to turn it around back so it resets, just to make it a nice little phrase. You could add a fill in there in bar 4 to really start to feel this phrase. Let's try it. 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2. Put your own fill in there, whatever you want, okay? But that now we're feeling a 4-bar phrase, okay? The next step to really deepen this thing and fully grasp it would be, I'm going to up my click. I'm going to use my click here. Let's think of a 12-bar phrase. And I'm going to play everything nice and quiet, but I'm going to accent the downbeat on whatever instrument lands on the downbeat. They happen to fall in the same order of kick, hi-hat, snare, of what you're already playing. All right, let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. 6, 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 3, 4. 8, 2, 3, 4. 9, 2, 3, 4. 10, 2, 3, 4. 11, 2, 3, 4. Go! Let's go a little faster and just get it going here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 8, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 4, 11, 2, 3. We'll get to some variations as well, but that helps you really start to feel it and get that ability to pop in some accents when you want to start to go more freeform on this concept. So that's your introduction. That's a super beginning of playing linear. We're playing over the bar, you know, each limb. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Always feeling in 4, 8, 12, 16 bar phrases. It does reset after 3 bars, yes, but you don't want to think in the 3-bar phrase and how many times do I play this. You want to count and really ingrain it, and you're gonna, be able to slip this into your playing. All right, instead of some memorized calisthenics of like when do I play what and all that. You can be more freeform with this. Let's expand on this. Some variations we could take. We've been neglecting hi-hat with the foot. So, we could try playing this. Let's replace the bass drum with the hi-hat with the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, that's kind of cool. Get nice and chicky. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. That's a nice one. Let's try it. Maybe play along to a track so you can hear some music going along with it. So you maybe hear some phrasing. Let's try it. 1, 2 with the kick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Hi-hat with a foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So what if we got the bass drum back involved? I'll call these like single strokes. I know they're not single strokes, but singles between the feet. So let's get the bass drum back in. We'll play this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's try that with a track. See how that lays. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Cool. So if that, I'm technically calling them singles. That's what your feet are just rocking back and forth. So let's have the concept of 2 feet in a row, doubles. All right, let's try that. Without the track first, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. However you want to end it. Let's try it with the track. 2, 3. right, cool. So we did singles with the feet. I'm using parentheses. Doubles with the feet. What would be the next rudiment? Maybe paradiddles with the feet. All right, that's going to create a nice, interesting little concept. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's try it with the track. Work. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So yeah, you could also put little diddles. You could play like 4, 1, 2. Let's try that with the track. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. All right, so now I'm just kind of randomly mixing it up. So that's your linear idea based on a grouping of 3 16th notes with 3 distinct voices where you can make variations. Let me just try to freeform it a little bit. It doesn't mean linear has to be 100% linear. I could throw in a couple little open hi-hats with the bass drum or a little bit of a groove here and there, but we want to go stream of consciousness with this. We just want to be able to throw it in when we want. And, this is how you build it. So you come up with your own ideas, spend hours in the woodshed messing around with this thing, and your voice will come shining through.